Welcome to the blind bag activity. This is a blind bag. It's called a blind bag because you don't actually know which of these lovely little minifigures you are going to get. You got a good idea because there are 16 different ones in there, but when you pick it up you could be getting a replica of one that you've already had, or you could be getting a brand new one. The one that I'm looking at here is series 19, and as I already said, there are 16 different ones in here. Now, I quite like using this one when I'm talking about first impressions or making the most of what you got, because what I would do is I would use these and I would hand them out one per person. Now, if you are planning on giving these to people, then giving them unwrapped is a really nice way of doing it because it feels more personal. However, that can be quite expensive for large groups. So I would probably have a small envelope that I would put these in afterwards, and I can always use those instead. So I get this for the first time and I'm asked to open it. Oh, now this is the trick. Try and open it without using your teeth. Is there a knack to it? No, hang on. Okay, so you might need scissors for this. And then the idea is that as they open this, they get to see for the first time what it is that they've got along with you. Ooh, what have I got here? Space game. I've got a weird helmet thing. And so they basically put it together and find out the one that they have. Now, comes with instructions, just in case you need it. I think I've got Gamer Boy up here. I think this is what I've got. We've all got little bases. We've got some bodies. I think we've got some keys on there. Little gamer shirt. Now I've got a little goatee. Big eyebrows. Green hair, looking very cool. Gamer console in one hand. Where does that go on? That might just fit down there actually. So you can see exactly what I'm doing here is what your learners will do. Now the idea is that once they've got this, ta-da! Once they've actually got this, what they can then do, you can do several things with this, but that is their character. So option one could be they could try and relate this character to themselves in some way. How does this particular character relate to them? So do they like gaming? Do they not like gaming? Do they see work as being part of a game? Actually, is communications a big part of what they do? Are they quite informal in the way that they actually dress? This is really quite informal, especially with green hair. Do they like to have manuals for things? So that's one way of doing it. So they can actually relate it to what it is that they do. The other thing that you could do with this is you could do a make and swap session so that they make it. And if you've got a team of people that know each other quite well, what you could then do is you could do find somebody in the room that you think this best suits and offer it to them, and everybody should end up with one minifigure. Now, if you are using all the same series, you might well have replicas in here. I tend to use lots of different series. So one that I got from a previous series was a little bunny person. And try and get the carrot in the hand. Oh, you have to be quite dexterous to do this stuff. So let's say you've got 6 or 7 people, and so that they're kind of going around and just trying to think, okay, so who best matches this and who best matches that, and you can draw that into perceptions. So that's another way of actually doing it. So there's lots of different ways to do it with just literally having the one minifigure per person. And so that is kind of our starter for 10, but that's not all that you get in the packet, because you do get this lovely little map of 16. So you could take this a step further, and if you don't have lots of minifigures to give away, and you've just bought one for yourself, and you've got this, you can always photocopy this, or you can download it from the Lego website, probably better to do, and you can do exactly the same but just with a sheet of paper. So you could say to people, okay, we've got 16 people here, think about the people in the room that you've got and pop their names next to who you think it is, and then it's kind of like a share and show type of scenario. Who thinks, you know, Ben is the pizza guy type of thing. And again, it draws on discussions for perceptions or maybe even first impressions if you've just got a group of people together. I wouldn't necessarily use this with inductions because people are not really themselves during inductions. They are being the people that they think they're meant to be on the first day of a new job. But I would certainly use it with intact teams, and maybe with teams that have worked together previously or are coming together for something like project management, and just start the conversation going. So there you go. Out of just one bag, you've got several things to consider there. You've got the make it, how does it relate to you? Make it, who else do you think that relates to? Or if you don't have the actual items themselves, just buy one and use the actual the leaflet that comes with it. Have fun!